Hey guys, Ben here with H90 Productions, and welcome to the H90 Productions podcast, where I give you updates on everything that's happening with H90 Productions. Today is Sunday, November 16th, and it is episode number 15. Woo! Not sure I thought I'd get to episode 15, but excited to be here. Glad you're here. It is a rainy and wet weekend here in Los Angeles, and I think this is probably going to be the first episode where I get it under 10 minutes. I'm always trying to get this under 10 minutes, but I usually just start yapping and talking about this and that. But this one is going to be a little bit different because my back is killing me. It feels better today, finally, but I threw my back out. Throwing my back out, is that even how you say that? I had a really bad back spasm on Thursday. So kind of sitting here right now, I'm a little nervous that this is going to get tight. So I'm going to do my best to make this quick. I've had back spasms before. This one has probably been the worst one I've ever had. I think it has to do with everything that's been going on the last, almost month now. Work has been really busy. I've been standing at a machine a lot. I've had some travel. I've had a medical thing going on, just a screening, but I basically had to change my whole diet for a week. I was on a liquid diet leading up to the procedure. You can probably guess what this is at my age. So just a screening, but really was kind of a nightmare on my body, just diet and health wise. I think I got really dehydrated. And this last week, I think I'm doing myself a service by going to a yoga class, and right before the class I'm squatting. I squat down to like put something in my bag, and it just tightened up, and I was like, whoa, I think I literally had an audible like, whoa, like what is that? It felt like just like I got stabbed or something back here on my right side. And I ended up doing the yoga class thinking that maybe it would loosen things up. I'm not sure if that made it worse, but man, I had difficulty even walking, getting in and out of my car. I ran a couple errands after that, and I was having trouble walking around. I was like walking around like an old man, and it just was not good. I'm very active, so it was very frustrating to have that happen after kind of a bunch of weeks of just stress and just being super busy. Why are we talking about that? Well, one of the reasons I'm sharing that is because the whole point of this podcast is to kind of share the ups and downs of making stuff and kind of start, trying to get this production company going. And the point is that life throws these things at you, and I haven't been able to work on my stuff as much as I have wanted to, because I'm doing this in spare time. I have a full-time job, and it's been frustrating, but it's also been a big lesson. And the lesson here is it's a reminder that I think one of the reasons I get frustrated is because I think there's like this finish line or this summit of a mountain I'm climbing. Oh, once I get to the top or once I get through the finish line, I'm good. And these things are preventing me from getting to the finish line. And that's what's frustrating me. But it's a reminder that there is no finish line. That's the key quote. There is no finish line. And so I need to kind of reframe and remind myself that the journey, the climb is something I like, actually. And that is kind of the goal and the mission. It's not finishing, it's not summiting, it's just making it through each stage of this climb. I've been thinking about that a lot. I've been like lying on my back on my apartment floor, staring up at the ceiling, like feeling frustrated, but then also trying to remind myself, like, there is no finish line. You just need to remember that the reason you do this is because I like the process, the creative process, the making of things. I like not just the making of things, everything that goes along with starting up a production company. I just got some mail about some tax stuff relative to the LLC, and I'm like, oh my God, I got to figure. Like it was a bit of a scare there, the kind of a city of LA business tax thing that I wasn't suspecting or understanding. You have federal, you have state, and then there's like city business stuff too that you've got to address. But good thing for me, this company isn't making any money, so I don't owe any taxes. It's more the LLC part of it is more of kind of like a shelter, a protection, while I kind of put this stuff together. I'm not just doing this willy-nilly or under my own name. I do have an LLC set up, and so that's a long way of saying I like all of that. I like that part of it. I like the creative process. I like the marketing. I like everything. So there is no finish line. That is the theme for today. And it's just an ongoing. This is just kind of ongoing. It's going to be something I, fingers crossed, will be working on the rest of my life. Whether it's the Mango audio drama series or eventual feature film stuff that I want to make through H90, it's all part of the process, and there is no finish line. I should get that put on I should put that on a H90, some H90 merch. There is no finish line. So let's talk about, I do have some exciting news to share about Mango 2. So if you've been following along, where are we at right now? We're at 6 minutes. Okay. I think we might do it under 10, guys. If you've been following along, you know that I have been editing my butt off this year. I've been editing Mango 2 in individual scenes. I put them into reels, and I finally listened to a very rough pass of the whole thing altogether. So I put all those reels into one sequence I'm calling a master sequence. So I listened to the first version of that. It's very rough. Some of the scenes are just me like playing some of the characters because I've already rewritten some scenes. And what my goal with that was, I just listened to it last night, rainy night in LA. It was kind of like perfect setting for it. And I was kind of equally excited, but also equally overwhelmed because there is so much to do. It is not even close to being finished. But the goal of this was to listen to it straight through. I wasn't stopping it and making notes about kind of specific things like, oh, I need to push that line of dialogue back, or I need to add a sound effect there. I mean, there are some scenes that don't even have sound effects. My goal here was to just listen to it in its entirety and just feel what was working and what wasn't working. And a lot of it is working. There are definitely some parts where I need to clean it up. I need to add some things. Two big takeaways were I needed to add a couple scenes to help with pacing and kind of pacing of the whole thing. So I'm going to spend some time writing these scenes and adding those in. And my goal is to have a pickup session before the end of the year to pick up just a ton of stuff that I need. New scene stuff, replacing some old stuff. I'm going to, fingers crossed, that's going to happen. It's already the middle of November. It just, time flies. It's so ridiculous how fast everything is flying. Man, trying to deal with these filler words too, trying to work on the filler words. I think I've been doing all right so far up through this. I haven't noticed any, but I've probably been using them. We'll see. But I'm just really excited about finally hearing the whole thing together. Like, that was a bit of a shock because I've been listening to it in little pieces at a time. And that's just a completely different experience. So it was a really helpful, healthy exercise. My next plan, as I mentioned, is I'm going to write a couple scenes. There's definitely some writing that needs to happen. I'm still writing the post-credits scene. After the credits, I'm adding a scene to just kind of tie everything together. And I've been writing that the past few days, and it was a bit challenging in the beginning, but it started taking shape. And then of course I'm dealing with my back. And so that is the update for Mango 2. Mango 1, I just released a video kind of about the recording sessions with actor John Eddings for the role of Henry West. That's doing really well on YouTube, and YouTube's just really enjoying the community that's growing there. There's so much more to come. So if you're watching on well, this is on YouTube. So if you're watching or listening to this, you're on YouTube. I really appreciate you being here. I just started this channel in October. Oh my God, it's 10 minutes right now. I just started this channel. I started it October of last year, but I really didn't start like populating it or leaning into the content on the channel until January. So this is all just within a year. And like, this is just the tip of the iceberg. There is so much more coming. Mango 2, the making of Mango 2, all that stuff. I mean, if you've been enjoying the making of Mango 1, Mango 2 is like, there's more characters, there's more cast. We're in a studio the whole time, so it's a little more interesting than maybe recording in the storage closet, although I think that'll be a lot of fun to look back on. So there's so much coming. And then Mango 3 is the plan to kind of make this first little trilogy. And then after that, we're going to make some decisions about what's next. My gut right now, this is real early, but I really want to make a feature film. And I've been thinking about that a lot too. So while I'm lying on my back, staring at the ceiling with my back spasms, I'm like, okay, I got to make a feature film. I don't know how much time my body has left. So that is the update, a little bit over 11 minutes, but I'm going to cut this one short because I can already feel my back getting tight here. But thank you so much for being here and the support and the comments and the subscribers, particularly on the YouTube channel. It really just makes this so much more fun. And I can't wait to share more because there's just so much more coming. So with that, I will see you in probably another 2 weeks, barring any major setbacks. We're getting into the holidays here. It's going to get kind of wild, but going to finish the year strong. And there's just a lot more to come. So stay safe, stay tuned, and thanks so much for watching.